What's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Have you ever seen someone fly in first class and wondered what it would be like to actually fly in first class yourself? I just want to let you know it's possible to fly in first class without having to spend $15,000 to $20,000 for that one seat to go one way. Through the strategic use of credit cards, travel points, and frequent flyer miles, it's possible to get a $15,000 first class seat and only spend a few $100s in taxes. In this video, I'm gonna break down 3 iconic first class seats, exactly how many miles it costs, and which credit card sign-up offers are gonna give you those first class seats. But most importantly, it's only 2 credit card sign-up offers or less for these 3 first class seats. That means you don't have to open a lot of credit cards or spend a lot of money on those credit cards, just 2 credit card sign-up offers or less to give you $15,000 to $20,000 first class seats. Now, if you've never experienced a premium class seat, such as business class or first class, it's an amazing experience and I highly recommend it. So I've flown business class, first class around the world, mainly with my family, and it's great. You get served a lot of food, you get champagne, you get caviar, and it's all possible with miles and points through credit cards. I'm not rich, I never paid full price for these first class or business class seats because that would be really expensive and I don't even think I could justify spending that much on a flight ticket, especially since you could buy an economy flight for 3 to 4 times less. But we live in a golden era where all it takes is a couple of credit card sign-up offers to get enough miles to get a really expensive first class seat. And if you watch the 3 examples that I share with you, you'll be able to book your own first class flight and have that amazing experience as well. So first, let's talk about Singapore Airlines suites. This is probably one of the best first class suites that there are in the world. You get your own flat bed, you get a swiveling armchair, your own table. It's kind of like having your own apartment. And the great thing about this is if you travel with a partner, you can have the 2 beds lying right next to each other. With Singapore Airlines suites, you're gonna get champagne, you're gonna get caviar, a bunch of great food. So there is a new Singapore Airlines suites on the new 8380, but I'm gonna just mix in a couple of pictures between the old and new suites right here. You get your own pajamas as well as amenities kit, and these seats could cost $16,000 or more depending on which route you go on. Now let's talk about how many miles it's going to cost to get one of these first class seats. So depending on your route, it really depends. It could be up to 130,000 miles if you're gonna go from New York all the way to Singapore. But if you just wanna experience this first class suite, the cheapest way possible, if you go from New York to Frankfurt, it'll cost anywhere from 76,000 to 86,000 Singapore KrisFlyer miles. And depending on which route you do, the taxes could be anywhere from $23 to $297. So to pay $297 for a $16,000 seat is a pretty good deal. Now let's talk about how to get those KrisFlyer miles. So Singapore Airlines is a partner of a few different flexible currencies. So you could use Chase Ultimate Reward Points, Citi Thank You Points, American Express Membership Reward Points, or Marriott Bonvoy points. For Chase, Amex, and Citi, it's a 1-to-1 transfer ratio and it's completely free to transfer your points over to Singapore KrisFlyer miles. For Marriott Bonvoy points, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So I don't recommend transferring Marriott Bonvoy points, but if you have Chase, Amex, or Citi points, it's a pretty easy transfer. And at the time of recording this video, with the Chase Inc. Prefer card offering a sign-up offer of 80,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points after spending 5,000 in 3 months with a $95 annual fee, you'll have enough to book that first class to Frankfurt, Germany at 76,000 miles. And if you wanted to take that flight all the way to Singapore or even Sydney, Australia, it'll cost over 100,000 miles, but you could use the Chase Sapphire Prefer card. You could also transfer points from the Citi Thank You Premier, Citi Prestige card, or if you have the American Express Platinum card or Gold card, you could transfer those points over to Singapore Airlines. So it doesn't just have to be one of those currencies, you could combine it together over to Singapore to get enough miles for this first class seat. So with this example, all it takes is 1 credit card sign-up offer and a $95 annual fee to get one of these first class flights over with a minimal amount of taxes, less than $300. Next, let's talk about Etihad A380 apartments. So these are pretty much what it says. You get like your own little apartment, you have a couch area, a sitting area turned into a flat bed. So you're gonna get 40 square feet with your Etihad apartment. You're gonna get your own big TV, and the way that they have the Etihad apartments set up is you're gonna be on one apartment per side of the plane. So there's no middle apartment, it's either a window aisle, so left side of the plane or right side of the plane. The cool thing about flying on this flight is you're gonna get to schedule your own shower appointment, so you actually get to shower on the plane. Each person on the plane gets 5 minutes of water with your scheduled time, and of course, you get a bunch of fancy champagne as well. Now, the actual cost of this route that I'm gonna talk about would be $16,000 or more for this one-way flight. You're gonna go from New York to Abu Dhabi. And for the route going from New York to Abu Dhabi, it would cost $16,000 just for a one-way flight and 115,000 American airline miles. So this is probably one of the more expensive flights that Etihad has. It's gonna be a 13-hour flight, but you're gonna be really comfortable if you do this. And to get 115,000 American airline miles isn't as hard as you think. It'll only take 2 credit card sign-up offers. Citibank has a few different American airline earning credit cards, but the 2 options you could get is the Citi Advantage Platinum Select card. At the time of filming this video, it's a 50,000 mile sign-up offer. For the business version though, it's a 70,000 American airline miles sign-up offer. And Barclays has 2 options as well to earn American airline miles. You could get 60,000 miles with the personal version, or with the business credit card, you could get 75,000 miles. So if you get 1 Citibank American airline credit card and 1 Barclays American airline credit card, you'll have more than enough miles to take this first class Etihad 380 apartment. The taxes and fees will come out to around $275, sometimes a little more, a little less, but usually underneath $300. And if you want to apply for any of the credit cards mentioned in this video, you could use the referral links down in the description below. And if you want to learn how to travel anywhere in the world almost free by using credit cards and travel points, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a thing. Next, let's talk about the ANA 777 first class. So ANA is a Japanese airline. So with the ANA 77 first class, it's said to have had the best customer service possible. You're gonna get a lot of Japanese food on these flights, so sushi served in the first class, as well as a bunch of champagne. And as with most first class, you're gonna get caviar and a really nice selection of other food that you could pretty much order anytime on the flight. The really unique thing about booking ANA flights is that you have to book round trips. But the thing is, these round trips are a lot cheaper than the alternatives of booking one-ways, as I mentioned with the other 2 examples. What we're gonna talk about in this example is to go from New York JFK to Tokyo Narita or Tokyo Haneda. And these seats, if paid full price, will cost $15,000 or more. The amount of miles that you would need to book this flight, so it wouldn't be with ANA, but it would be Virgin Atlantic miles, and you would need about 120,000 miles for a round trip. So that would be 60,000 per way, and this would be about a 14-hour flight. Fortunately, Virgin Atlantic miles are pretty easy to collect. There's a Virgin Atlantic credit card, which recently had an 80,000 point sign-up offer, but Virgin Atlantic is also a transfer partner at a 1-to-1 ratio with Chase Ultimate Reward Points, American Express Membership Reward Points, and Citi Thank You Points. It's also a partner of Marriott Bonvoy Points at a 3-to-1 ratio, transfer ratio, but I don't recommend using Marriott Bonvoy Points for that. And as I gave the example with the Singapore Airlines suites in the beginning, you could use the Chase Ink Prefer card with an 80,000 point sign-up offer, the Chase Sapphire Prefer card with a 60,000 point sign-up offer, American Express Platinum card, which is giving a public offer of 60,000 membership reward points, or you could get 100,000 points if you use the card match tool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The American Express Gold card, which is offering anywhere from a 35,000 to 50,000 point sign-up offer. Citi Prestige card, which is offering a 50,000 point sign-up offer, or the Citi Premier card, which is offering a 60,000 point sign-up offer. So pretty much a combination of any of these cards of 60,000 points or higher, you're gonna get enough points to book this round trip from New York to Tokyo. So I want to preface that booking these flights may not be the easiest process, but if you do some research on Google, there's a lot of great blogs and other YouTube videos that go more into detail of how to book these type of first class seats. I just wanted to point out what was possible and how easy it can be to book first class seats, and you don't need a lot of money, you don't need a lot of credit cards or a lot of miles. Just 2 credit card sign-up offers could get you any of those 3 first class seats that I mentioned in this video. And if you're new to credit cards and travel points and want to learn the basics of how to get started, you could click this beginner playlist right over here, or click this link down here for more examples like this, and I'll see you in the next video.
I think it's Daddy's hanging out in his little corner, his little nook area. Yay! And here's us. Look at Bella.